Okay, here we go. So after watching the video, let's take a look back at our pictures that we looked at earlier. When we looked at these earlier, we said that this one right here, where the people are walking down the alleyway and it's dark and it's raining, that this one didn't belong. Do you still agree with that, or has your view changed, Kelly?
My view has changed because after I watched the video, can I come up there?
Yeah, come up here and point it out.
Okay, so, when Eli one was in here, these turned into these big jellyfish, which clogged up this thing and then made all the power go out.
Okay, so if you had to take one out, which one would you take out?
I'll probably take this.
Okay, so her perspective has changed because she's learned something about each one of these pictures. Now, is this one completely unrelated to the other three pictures?
No.
No, it's still related because these are what?
It's baby jellyfish.
Baby jellyfish, okay? These are baby jellyfish. But after watching the video, we kind of have a different grouping now, don't we? Before, we said that this one, and this one went together because they all have water in common. But now we're saying we might take this one out, and we would group this one, and this one, because in the story, the jellyfish clogged up the cooling system at the power plant, which then caused the Philippines to have a blackout. Okay, so now we've made an association with these. All right. So do you see how our perspective can change depending on what we've learned? Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am. Can I show you how mine changed?
Yes. Show us how yours changed.
So at the beginning, before I watched the video, I thought that one didn't match.
Okay.
But the thing is, Eli Bun, when he was talking, just like Kelly's, he was telling us how these were the babies, and then they branched off to this and clogged this up. So now I still think this one's true.
Okay. All right.
Because the babies, and then they turn into this, and then they clog this up.
Okay.
And I think this alone kind of also shows the power outage with it.
Okay. All
So
right.
I think the whole story's
Good job. Like your point of view. Yes.
Well, I agree with what Kelly said, that this doesn't belong, because it didn't really talk about this turning into the jellyfish. It didn't really talk about that, so it would make sense to take that out and just show the jellyfish clogging up power plant and make the blackout, because it talked about that a little bit, but it showed more of it showed these three.
Right. But now in your mind, these go together more than these do. Okay. All right. Good deal. Hang on. We'll come back to it. All right. Let's move on. We're going to do something called a CSI. Okay? And what a CSI is, it's color, symbol, image. All right? So take one of these and pass them around. And this is what you have your markers for. I know that when you guys are in Miss Anderson's class, she'll talk to you about what color am I feeling. Does she ever say stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay, and you have to guess what color represents her feelings. Okay? Represents her mood. Alright, so what I want you to do is I want you to choose one of your markers that represents your mood or your feelings about the video. Okay? About not just the video, but about the topic. About the topic of jellyfish. Choose a color that represents your feelings about learning the topic of jellyfish.
We color all these in, right?
Nope, you don't color all of them in. All right, go. Color your triangle. Did I not say that? I'm sorry. Color your triangle. The
Outline it.
the color that represents how you enjoyed the topic of jellyfish. Like, what's your emotion about the topic? All right, do it quick, guys. Okay.
Okay, I figured out how to explain what mine meant.
You did figure it out?
Mhm.
Okay.
Means like interesting,
Okay, while we're coloring, let's share real quick. Wyatt, what color did you choose?
I chose yellow, which represents happy, because I thought it was pretty interesting.
You did think it was an interesting topic? Okay, good deal. Yes, Eli?
So yellow,
Mhm.
because I thought it was interesting, very interesting.
Mhm.
And that's the kind of things I like. I like documentaries about, I like documentaries about, something that's a mysterious, and it's about an animal,
Okay.
and it steps back about other things.
Okay. So, had you ever thought to learn about jellyfish before, or watched a documentary on a jellyfish like that before? Okay, so it's something new for you.
Just like
All right, hang on. Kelly, what color did you choose and why?
I chose this green color.
Mhm.
It's hard to explain.
Okay,
I can't really explain it that well.
can you do your best? Try.
Um,
Like, what's the green feeling to you? That sea green feeling. What does that mean?
It just reminds me of like the ocean and like the jellyfish are in the ocean.
Okay, so you did,
Like
you
the
chose
shell.
green, you chose green more for the topic and not for your emotion, right?
Kind of.
Okay, what color would you have chosen for your emotion? Like for how you felt about the topic. Did you like the topic? Did you not like the topic?
I liked it.
Okay,
Maybe yellow.
okay,
Something.
okay. Alright. What about you? What color did you choose?
I know blue means
Why?
like sad or something,
Mm-hmm.
but I would think it as the darker blue means sad for me,
Mm-hmm.
and the lighter blue means more of an exciting feeling for me,
Okay.
because the story was like really exciting.
So you were excited to learn about jellyfish. Awesome. Awesome. Because I thought there were some really interesting facts that were listed. Okay, what about you?
Purple.
Purple. Why'd you choose purple?
Cause pink's like happy and blue's like sad. Sort of liked it and sort of did.
Okay, so it was just okay for you? Okay, good deal. Alright, what you got?
I got blue because I thought like what the color looked like was interesting like that. So
Okay.
I just did that.
Okay,
It was interesting.
okay.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking.
Pretty interesting.
Color.
Gotcha. Blue represents interesting for you guys. Okay? Jake, what you got?
I did yellow because it made me kind of excited. It kind of opened up a whole new thing for me. I want to start looking into, just start studying jellyfish and all.
Okay.
It just
Yes.
opened a whole new thing up. It excited me, made me happy.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I thought about it for a second, and like this color, like I really like it, and it makes me kind of happy. And
Okay.
I was happy like that I watched it.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. So it makes you happy and excited. Good job. Okay, in the middle, there is a circle. Okay, and this is where you do your symbol. We just did our color and our C for our CSI. Now we're gonna do our symbol. All right. Thumbs up in your space if you like emojis. You like emojis? Okay. Now, the first one we were talking about the topic. This one, I want us to think about the video and what we learned in the video. And I want you to draw and color an emoji that represents the video, okay? What, that represents what you thought about the video,
Our feelings.
okay? Yeah, what you thought about the video.
Show me emoji.
Different emojis, yes, we can pull those up.
Would you say a laughing? Would you say a laughing emoji would be good? Because
Does
the
anybody
story was
have a
pretty
black
funny.
marker?
Black here.
Because like you can, when that lady pulled her arm out from the water, it was like, you heard.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, there's some sample emojis. What do you guys think?
How do we do the white?
How do you do the white?
Inside the mouth.
Just like color
You just,
around.
yeah, you color around it, but just leave the inside white.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know what I do.
I know what I'm doing.
I liked it,
It
but
would be cool to do
I didn't
that
like
because
it
was
a
like,
lot.
Okay. Alright, draw your emoji, do it quick, cause we're not gonna take too long on it.
okay.
Oh.
While you guys are doing your emojis, I wanna talk through this real quick, okay? Alright, so, some of you have said, yes, this type one was very interesting. Some of you have said, no, it wasn't that interesting. Some of you have said you'd like to learn more about it. Some of you have said that it piqued your interest. And we can maybe do some more research on it and take this a little further, okay? Did you enjoy this type one? Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good time watching it?
I did.
Was it an enjoyable time?
I think it was.
You think it was?
Me too.
I think it
Okay.
was.
Why was it enjoyable for you, Jake? Why did you like it?
Because at the same time, while I was learning about jellyfish, I also learned where they took place at.
Okay.
So now it also tells me, like, that maybe it depends on what kind of jellyfish it is, where it's at.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Okay.
learn about more than one thing.
Alright. Did you learn about things that you didn't know about before in this type one? Were you able to learn about some things that you didn't know about before while you were watching the video? Yes, no, maybe?
I did because I learned about the box jellyfish
Okay.
and how it has the eyes.
Yeah, I learned that about the box jellyfish and how it has how it has evolved eyes. It used to not have eyes, but it said that it's evolved some primitive eyes. Trying to decide what kind of.
But they said that it even had a retina and it had a pupil, it had all parts to it. And
Yeah.
And they were talking about how that's so advanced for a creature without a brain.
Yes.
Like,
And that it can, and what I learned about it was, did you guys hear where it was, or see the part where it was able to maneuver and move?
Yeah, it was
you know
able
how
to,
they
like,
had the
learn
white
off
ones
the
and it was
board.
running into it?
Yeah.
Like in the red
It
ones,
could do it in
like
the
it
clear.
could probably see red because it was a lighter color in the water,
Right.
but the white
was
the
like
clear
I'm-
was
I'm
like
kinda
hard
Right.
to see.
Right.
And it looked, for them, it looked like it was invisible.
Yes.
They don't want it there.
I want to
Yeah.
get deeper into this and do more like research kind of stuff
Uh-huh.
and see how they're able to think and actually learn the path.
Yeah,
If they don't
and
have a
that,
brain.
cause that made me wonder, it was
They don't
how
What if they
do they know
evolved
how to move
Yeah,
and
with no
do
brain.
with no brain? That's a valid question, that's a good question. Okay. Alright, are we finishing up our emojis?
Like, my emoji looks awful. What is that, Jake?
Okay,
What is that?
The 1, 2, 3, 4. The one about the tongue sticking out on the top row.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was like,
wow.
Yeah, because I was like,
Oh my goodness, yeah, good job, good job. Okay, those of you who are finishing up, and you need to be finishing up with your emojis so we can move on to the next part. The last part, the box at the end, in this one, I want you to draw a picture of something you learned. So take something that you learned and draw a picture representation, okay? Here's the thing, give it a title so that I understand what you're trying to say, okay? So draw a picture representation of something you learned and then give it a title so so that I understand what it is that you're trying to represent, okay?
And it's all black.
We put it in the box or like above the box.
Did you
Do
see my
what?
title?
Do we put it
You can put it above it or below
You
it.
see my
if you want.
title?
Jelly eyes,
I'm just gonna put green.
okay?
We're doing a marker. I don't need it.
Okay, while you guys are doing that, we're gonna talk through some of these other ones. So, do you think this presentation was interesting for kids your age? Do you think it was a good presentation for kids that are in 5th grade? Do you think my 3rd graders would enjoy this?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I don't really think it might be too age appropriate.
You don't think so?
Because-
Why not?
Like,
It had
a lot of people are getting stung and it like, it's kind
I
of
think
scary.
it might be a little scary for them for maybe next time they go to the beach. Okay.
Yeah, that just it helps
It said nothing
ruin my
about
opinion for the beach.
Panama City.
No,
Because
no.
you never know, there's a bunch of sharks in there.
Yeah.
After watching Jaws, I'm
Alright.
The Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, let's all come together in one conversation, okay? So did this type 1, did it help you think of any project ideas? Or ways, how can we learn more about the topic? How can we learn more about this topic and what are maybe some projects that you might do? Hang on just a second. Hey guys, let's all come together in one conversation, okay? Don't have side conversations. Hang on. Alright, go ahead.
I think we should all like make our own little like mini ocean
Mhm.
with the different kinds of jellyfish in them and
Okay.
maybe
for
Okay.
extra details.
Like representation, or you're wanting to get actual jellyfish and bring it to school?
just like no, just make our own and then
Okay.
like label them and all that.
Okay, so do, some representations of jellyfish. Okay, hang on, hang on. Wait a minute. Eli,
I think we should do like models of jellyfish and label the parts. Like get more research on the internet about what the part at the top of jellyfish does and what the certain stingers what they do and what kind of how strong is their venom and stuff like that.
okay, alright.
Like sort of what that research
I think that would be a really good,
when she got stung, she wanted to see because even though the box jellyfish was really dangerous, it could also like we could use it for better stuff.
okay,
Like Band-Aids.
alright.
Yeah,
Yes,
like-
Jake, hang on.
So, I agree partially with Eli about all that, but I would say, like, everybody in the classroom can get a different, like maybe 2 people partners,
Mm-hmm,
and then you can get a different jellyfish,
okay,
and then you can do what Eli was talking about, and at the end you can compare and contrast them.
okay.
And also, can we bring a real jellyfish?
No, you cannot bring real
But
jellyfish
what
to
if we
school.
can have them in a tank? Would that be cool?
I think
if
it
that's
would be
done?
cool, but that would definitely be something that we would need to talk to Ms.
It could be our
Grimes
class
about.
pet.
Let's get a like visual one.
Because if we got stung, we need to know how
What
to,
if she
We
says
can
it's
we can
okay?
get those fake glow in the dark ones
yeah,
that
we
move
can,
around.
we could.
Oh, like
We
Dirty
this.
them.
definitely could.
Did you
Alright,
I need to tell you something.
okay, Jake, speak.
So me and Eli, we go camping together. We're going to the beach on Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
And last time we went camping at the beach together,
Mhm.
there were these little clear ones, and they didn't sting.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd be cool if we could.
They stung, but they didn't like put
It didn't
venom
hurt.
inside you.
Right.
It didn't hurt.
It was like-
They were
I
probably
got
babies
stung
and too
by
small
one
to
of those
hurt.
invisible
They're
ones.
almost
Yeah.
invisible.
Yes.
Like, you
I've
got
seen those
stung by
before.
But
one.
you didn't see them. You
I've
can
seen
still
those
see 'em.
before.
You can see
Um,
like little veins inside of
Uh-huh.
them, and that's about it.
Was there anything that was super special about this type 1? About the videos? Is there anything super special or just kinda, it was all pretty interesting? Or?
Those all
Eli
pretty
has black.
It was what, Eli?
It was very interesting, but it also can help that to avoid jellyfish.
Yeah?
Like if you how to notice them, like if you see just any jellyfish, do not come after them
Right,
and play around with them.
right.
I never thought jellyfish were venomous. I just thought they stung you. I thought they
Yeah.
had electricity.
Yeah, no, not electricity.
I do not
What did you guys think about, I thought thought one of the things that was super special was when they were talking about the barbs in the box jellyfish that went into the woman's skin and was giving out the venom.
When we go to the beach, we carry a dip net
Uh-huh,
and we scoop them up
yeah,
and then we put them in a hole in the sand
and bury them, yeah. Okay, last question. Last question. What would you change about this type 1? What would you change about the way that we did our video and what we learned? What's something that you would change about this particular, what we did today?
It was really awesome.
Alright, one at a time, hang on. What?
I don't think I wouldn't change it at all. I thought it was a really great video.
Okay, alright, anybody else?
I agree. I agree with that.
Okay,
I give more detail on the jellyfish because part of it was like about how people were suffering about jellyfish.
okay, so you wish that it would have been talking less about people's fear of jellyfish and it would have added in more facts?
Well,
Okay,
I did.
okay,
I like the part when they got the jellyfish on the boat,
mhm,
like that huge one.
mhm.
And it just like that one was so
Yeah.
amazing.
That one was huge.
Because they took it to the lab.
Because Wyatt said, oh, do these things ever die?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
They melt.
Yeah, and that surprised me is that they just melted. Yeah,
Like when you took them out of the water, they just went.
I know, it just melted on the deck.
It's like a witch on the water.
They turn into what?
So say you get 2 jellyfish,
Mhm.
you get a hole,
Mhm.
you put them in the same hole, they'll eventually just seep into each other and become one jellyfish.
I did not know that.
The
It's
reason
because
is
they melt into a big blob of goo. And they take that blob of goo, they put it in the ocean, and so it's like.
And the
I bet it would go back out.
No,
Yeah,
it
no,
don't.
wait, each
I
other.
bet
If you
it's
got
separate.
they jellyfish.
That's a very good question to research though.
Like if you got one jellyfish in a bucket and then another one, and you pour it out,
Mm-hmm.
would they like melt into each other
And like turn into a bigger one.
I think those are very good research
And
questions.
if it did, what if we took the giant jellyfish, and if that, I'm not saying it is, but if that were true, that they melt into each other and make a bigger one,
Mhm.
and what if we took like 3 of the biggest jellyfish, let them melt, and then put them back into the ocean and have like a huge
That would be a huge jellyfish, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Get 3 of those big ones.
I have another question.
Yes,
You know
question.
how sharks' teeth grow back? Do their
Yes.
tentacles do that?
Do the jellyfish tentacles? That's a very good research question. Why don't you write that research question down? Let's take a minute, and if you have any questions that you would like to further research, go ahead and jot those down on the back of your paper. Yeah, on that paper. And, I will schedule time for us to be able to research that stuff while you're in class. And if anybody is interested in taking this type 1 a step further into a type 3, then we can sit down and we can conference about that and we can come up with a plan, okay? So if you're interested in taking this information and this topic of jellyfish into a type 3, then put a star beside your name and you and I will schedule a conference time and we'll conference about it, okay?
Do we put our name?
Yes, put your name at the top. Research questions go on the back of the paper. Put a star by your name if you would like to talk to me about possibly turning this topic into a type 3. Okay? All right.
oh, I know how we could.
Yes. We'll talk about it in our meeting.
But
Okay?
I think that
Mhm.
it melts because when it said that it's 96% water,
Yeah.
I think that it means like
It was
the big
62% water.
No, it was like 90. It was 96. 96% water.
Oh, I think that's why they melt, because they're 96%
That's what I
water.
saw.
and water just like
Yeah, that's
I know,
what I
because
said.
he said it was 1 cell wall. It was 1 cell wall thick.
when it was melted.
1 centimeter.
No, not even a centimeter. It
Cells
said
are
1 cell wall thick on top and on bottom. And all that in between was, like he said, it was 96% water.
That's what I said.
That's why it's
Full
like
percent
jelly.
jellyfish.
So do you think the net like cut the cell wall and just melted out?
I don't know.
It didn't.
No,
Do
so
you
it's,
think they even lit?
I don't know because they had to cut it with a knife.
They
You
had-
remember
they
in the
had-
video
they-
where they cut it with a
They
knife?
had to cut it. They could cut it with a
think they
knife,
even
but it
live?
still be living and put that piece into a tank, and it would produce baby jellyfish.
I don't know. I think they were trying to figure out how to.
Because
They were cutting parts off
They
to
said
try to have it reproduce, but it wasn't the jelly part. It
Did
was
you
a
s-
specific part that
it
jelly.
was like the part that was goopy, because it's like the big blob part.
Right.
When it hits the sun, it's like not in. I don't think it's in the sunlight zone.
Mhm.
It's more like into the deeper zone.
It's closer to the.
but they were
Yeah.
turning up.
But
line.
but yeah, they came up to
When
the
they
light
get
at
down to
like
the deep,
night.
deep waters,
Yeah.
they'll turn
Not
upside
even at
down to
night.
absorb the light.
Absorb the
That's
sunlight.
what they eat, basically.
You guys learned a lot. I'm super proud of you.
Do you
Because
think
like
that they're
it comes out of the water, the water would like.
It happens, they not
I don't know if
have,
they're breathing. 'Cause
they
they
don't have lungs, they don't have heart, they don't
But
have.
if you research them further, I bet you can figure all that out. I bet you
They
can
don't
learn
have
it all.
a brain.
They don't have brains. They don't have hearts. They don't have organs or
Right.
anything.
So I would like to
They
know,
live off
like,
the
how
algae.
they know to move.
Yeah, they live off of
You
Oh,
know,
because they
Yeah.
have me like me
put this
because
paper right here, bending it into jellyfish shape and wet it down and make it live.
You think so?
That's about how.
Well, it's a little more complex than
No,
that.
it's not.
eyeballs.
Okay,
That's about
alright.
how big they are.
So let's go ahead and pass the papers around to Wyatt. Pass the pencils around to Jake. And get all your markers together, put them back in your box.
What
Okay?
about this stick?
What?